All right, guys, we'll get started here. So kind of just want to go over where we're at and what's going on. Mint is a go for tonight. We are pushing for it. Looks like after talking with the analytics and stuff, it looks like we might have a bounce between that $800 to $1,000 range on Ethereum. So we kind of have a prediction window to kind of see on where we're going with the last 18 hours of trading and market conditions and so on and so forth. Everything looks to be going the way that we have set out for, our prediction of where this is actually going to go. So we have absolutely no concerns. We're kind of ready for it. And yeah, we're going to be pushing for launch tonight. Whitelist spot will be between 8 and 9 p.m. PST. We're going to open that up for you guys, and we'll give it a 24-hour window so you guys can mount through the night and through the day tomorrow as well. And then from there, we will open it up to public. I will be going in and just triple checking absolutely everybody's address so that we get everybody's correct address in the whitelist chat as well. We just want to make sure that we got all the wallets that need to be there, and that everybody's good and ready to roll. The contract does allow if we do miss kind of scenario, but that's totally fine. And yeah, no, we're about ready. I know there's some questions in chat, so this is kind of going to be an open voice chat and answer any incoming questions. So feel free to pipe up, guys.
Yeah, so that was me.
Hi, Cody. How are you, man?
Hey, I'm doing excellent. I'm
Good.
super stoked for tonight. So just to be clear on why I was asking the questions that I was, I'm basically trying to set up like a Excel sheet type of thing with like a speculative ROI for the NFT in terms of inputs and outputs. And I was just lacking the clarity on the output side, because if it was 1 or 2% Ethereum rewards, I think is what has been kind of like the tagline. But I know I've seen a couple charts, seen a couple numbers, seen like the 1.2, 1.4 based on rarity, right. The 18% from the taxes of the OpenSea to come back to the thing. That was a new piece of information I saw for the first time today. So I was wondering if now might be kind of the time, or if that'd be later to just put it all out there and then kind of capture it all.
So yeah, so literally it's going to be very hard to predict. Okay. Now reason being is because it's variable. It's variable based by the amount that's in that pool, right? That way.
Yeah. So I wanted to have one. Yeah. Sorry. I was going to say, I wanted to have a speculative, volume dependent one.
Correct.
Knowing that that's how it's going to work.
Yeah, exactly. It's all going to be volume based, which is the way, unfortunately, it has to be. When we start talking about staking and stuff, obviously we're going to be adding to that pool and so on and so forth. So if we go and say, okay, yeah, if we were to divvy it up against everybody and then someone else enters or another 10 people enter, that completely messes with the calculation, and it's got to recalculate in its memory, which then it'll fill up the storage within the smart contract, right? So if by having a base set APY on fund amount for based on everybody, but then allow you guys to adjust your APY by, hunting a little bit more on the blockchain kind of a deal, and up your personal APY for said token ID, right? So that is the variable. We announced way back that we're going to get rid of the rarities. Everybody's going to have their own chance to bring their token to its fullest extent, right? Obviously, there is a cooldown, so when you do grow, there will be a block, so you guys can't do it, 100,000 times and just sit back and collect the whole entire pool. That's not going to work. We have blockers in for absolutely everything cooldown time, so that we can kind of regulate the amount of one person set actions and kind of keep it level across the board for everybody. Yeah, so to really say it's an APY percentage based off of situational earnings per day, right? So we have to go in, we'll set that for whatever we feel is comfortable. And once again, everything is adjustable, right? The one thing with this is because nobody's actually done this before, we need to make sure that in the event of, we can make absolutely every adjustment we need. Pretty much all the functions in the smart contracts are literally adjustable, which is nice, right? Just like you said with the feeding price, we're not 100% sure. This is kind of a trial and error situation. We're going to start very low and see where it goes from there. And if we start noticing that it's impacting too much, then we'll, up it or lower it or whatever we need to do to kind of correspond for the incoming issues that come with it, right? We can't predict that. That's one of those things that it learns kind of on the fly, based on your guys' rewards as well. That's kind of a learning situational thing on the fly. I wish I could sit down and give you, okay, yeah, you guys are going to earn $10, $20, $30 a day. But I can't do that because it's all based by volume, how many are staked, and everything else that's incoming with it too, right? So these are all the kind of variables, the unknowns, I should call them, of what we don't know what's going to happen with the community. We don't know how everything's going to push forward, right? So I can tell you right now, like NFT launch, staking platform comes out with the other platform as well. So you guys will be able to stake on Sunday, right? For the time being, as we previously discussed, your guys' life functionality as well is going to be one of those things that when you guys do mint these things, obviously they're going to be unrevealed URIs, and we're not going to force you guys to feed an unrevealed URI. That's just not fair, right? So we're going to be opening up that URI on Sunday as well, and that's when the feeding and everything else can happen. It's just one of those things that we don't want to push anything. We want you guys to get comfortable with the NFTs, to get comfortable with the situation, and then we go from there. I know there's going to be a lot of questions because this is a very sophisticated smart contract. It's not one of those, oh, here's your NFT, be done with it. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of memory not issues, but a lot of memory instances. There's a lot of information, block timestamps, incrementals, and everything else within this thing, that the investor needs to get used to as well. Right. So as we deploy the smart contract, obviously it'll be live on Etherscan. You guys can actually go in and call your guys' information on your token, and it'll have its birth date and its death date. And, you guys can actually see through the time stampings on how far it's going to live and so on and so forth. Right. We're going to set the basis for a week is where we're going to go, because today's Wednesday? So is that correct? Today's Wednesday? Yes, today's Wednesday. So literally your first feed time will be due on the 15th. Actually, we'll make it 8 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we'll make it 7, which will make it to the night of the 16th, right? So that'll give you guys the reveal on the 13th. And then 14, 15, 16, you'll have 3 days to feed your pups within that time, right? We just want to make sure that, everything goes good. We do have a revive function that we implemented in the event of, that kind of thing. We also have it in there so that, owners that do have them that die, for a small fee, they can revive their NFT, if so be later on in its life or whatever, as long as it stays within that said wallet, right? We've tested numerous times on Etherscan that they can be listed, but the URI changes and it shows that they're dead, but they can't sell them. Like literally, you cannot buy that NFT. It literally just fails the transaction period. So it'll just sit there, kind of a deal, or transfer over to a 0x dead. That was one issue that we did run into, and we actually sat down and we thought about it, and we're going, well, we're talking like OpenSea's hasn't even been able to do this kind of thing. So why, right? We can't. We're not going to be able to, especially with that. So, we want to make sure that we have every single situation possible covered. Let's say it randomly dies. We don't know the situation. We can go and make the adjustments to the mint vault and so on and so forth. And then actually go back in and revive this NFT, which literally brings it up to a fresh timestamp plus whatever the life function is. And we do implement right now, we have a kill function in it. We're not too sure if we're going to leave that in for everybody to kind of just, if they want to just murder their NFT, they can. It's one of those things that we want to make it fun. We want to make it great. There's just a lot of variables right now that we can't really say, okay, this is how much you're going to earn, because it's not going to be the truth. And I don't want to really sit down and go, yeah, this is going to be your reward earnings and so on and so forth, but we'll make it attractive. It may take us a couple days to get it sorted. But when we do, it will be attractive for holders. So.
Cool. Yeah. Excited to be on for the ride.
Yeah. I know it's not the answer that everybody's kind of looking for. It's an answer that we're wanting to. But as of right now, it all depends on volume. It depends on how much we mint out and everything else. We'll have a better idea a couple days after mint to kind of get an idea on how much that pool size is, and then we can calculate from there. But we can't really say it's going to be X amount per day right now. So once we have that number, definitely we'll release that to you guys. Is there any other questions, guys? Anything at all? Now's the time to ask. I'm going to be kind of going off and getting the launch sequence figured out, or not figured out, but done and working. And mint page is working. Everything's fine there. Dashboard will be released on Sunday with staking and everything else, and get the mint out with placeholders. And there will be a separate couple of them in there that are free wins. So you guys literally, if you mint this one that has a specific trait, I guess we'll go with trait. Yeah, we'll go with a specific trait in the placeholder. You guys will actually win a free NFT with that as well. So rather than that, we're ready to go. We're excited. It's going to be one hell of a ride tonight, and it's going to be fun. Is there any other questions? Anything at all, guys?
Brennan, can I mention something about the thing we spoke about? Just a little teaser?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
For anybody who's going to be minting the NFT, there's going to be further rewards coming in about a month that can maximize your potentials, and these will be exclusive to NFT owners. So just add a little more value, but I don't want to speak too much right now. But whatever stuff that Shiba Inu V2 NFT bonus, there's going to be additional bonus on top of that, separate from that. So look forward to that.
Definitely. Yeah, no, hands down. We've had some pretty good discussions about bringing stuff more forward, more rewards, more sustainability for Shiba Inu and its community and holders as well. So, that's coming. We're going to leave that kind of teased and quiet for now until we push forward, and it's going to be great. Cool, guys. If there's any other questions, feel free to throw them in chat. I'll be peeking a little bit throughout the day on there. And, our moderators will be around as well to kind of answer questions, and they have my direct line if the event of. We're excited. I hope you whitelist guys are ready to roll. Let's see. We do have some whitelist spots free to give away still. We're probably going to run that for the next 4 hours. So we'll kind of have this get everybody together kind of deal and push. We might have like a shill giveaway for a whitelist spot or whatever the case may be. And we're ready. We hope you guys are, and it's going to be fun as hell. I guess we'll talk to everybody soon. We'll have a voice chat before we open it up, and away we go. I hope everybody has an amazing rest of their day. Cody, you good?
Oh, I was just going to say, catch you tonight, dude.
Yeah, for sure. We'll catch everybody tonight. We'll open up voice chat before mint, and we'll have some discussions, and then we'll make it live for y'all, and away we go. So I hope everybody has an amazing rest of their day, and I will see you all tonight.
See you guys later.
See you guys.
See you guys.